Sonic Boom, Cute-Ceañera Party. Narrated and written by Wuten. Be a few weeks later. Apparently these ponies have a thing called a Cute-Ceañera for ponies who get their cutie mark. And being the absolutely loving mother Rainbow is, she's decided to get Pinkie to host the party. Fuck. Sonic Boom has become more energetic and excited than you've seen in years. All of her friends were going to come as well. "I can't wait!" she exclaims, jumping up on you. "Everyone's gonna be there!" You laugh. She's definitely never lost any enthusiasm in her getting older, that's for sure. Suddenly, a knock at the door. "I'll get it!" she exclaims, speeding off toward the door, opening it. "Hey, Sonic!" A male's voice comes from outside the door. "Hey, Flash! Hey, Thunder!" she exclaims, letting the two ponies inside. Flash has gotten much larger since the sleepover all those years ago, yet he still remains the shortest of the six of them. He still sports relatively the same outfit he did as well. Thunderstorm is now the most built out of the six as well. He's working with the other Pegasi on the Weather Brigade. He ended up not being the fastest out of the Pegasi in his class, but his larger wings and powerful muscle build makes him almost irreplaceable when it comes to effectively moving the clouds across Equestria. "What are you guys doing here?" Sonic Boom smiles at them. "We were thinking you'd like to come on out and celebrate, just the six of us." Thunder grins. His voice has dropped a bit in the 4 years since they first met. "Yeah, besides, you're not the only one who's gotten their cutie mark." Flashkick grins behind his trademark shades. "Oh, that's so. Let me see." She grins at Flash. He smirks, turning to show his flank. It's a microphone. The fuck? "You got a microphone cutie mark?" Sonic Boom raises an eyebrow. "You're a singer?" "Heh, bet you didn't expect that, did you?" Flashkick grins. "Now come on, everyone's waiting for us." "Alright, be right there. Hey, Dad." Sonic Boom flies over to you. "I'm gonna head out with Flash and Thunder to see everyone else. Is that alright?" You nod. "Sure, go right on ahead. Have fun, you guys. Tell Typhoon I want him to come by so I can check out his wing sometime. I heard he got a new one?" "Yeah, this one's got a bunch more things on it than the last one. He even made a few of his own changes to it," Thunder says, turning to look at you. "It's actually pretty awesome. I'll let him know to stop by sometime to let you see." "Alright, sounds like a plan. You guys go on and have fun now." "We will. See ya!" Sonic Boom smiles up at you, hugging you tightly before heading out with the other two. You're the proud father you always dreamed of being as a child. Who would have guessed it would have been in a world where the majority of sentient beings were not human, though? Guess that's the beauty of it all. "She's got a crush on Typhoon, you know," Rainbow says, floating over to you. "She does? I hadn't noticed it at all." "Yeah, but it looks like Flashkick has his eyes on her as well." Rainbow grins up at you, giving you a nudge with her hoof. "Should be interesting, then." "Come on, this way!" Thunder grins as they fly towards the floating city. "Where exactly are we going?" Sonic Boom asks, turning to the larger Pegasus. "Typhoon, Comet, and Ivy are all waiting for us up near the flight school. We'll meet up with them, and then we're going to head over to Sugar Cube Corner to see how the party's coming along." Thunder smirks, listing lazily to the left as they arrive in Cloudsdale. 3 Pegasi fly up to meet them. Ivy hasn't changed much, aside from her mane growing slightly longer, and her height making her the 3rd tallest in the group. Streaking Comet, he's the same. Same fucking crazy ass he's always been, but taller. Typhoon is the easiest to pick out from the 3 of them. He's grown to still be the tallest out of all of them, and the mechanical wing is a dead giveaway. His glasses have also been fixed, and he now seems to have even greater control of his flying ability than he did years ago. "You know, I never get tired of watching that thing go." Sonic Boom grins, staring at Typhoon's mechanical wing as it flaps through the air. "Heh, you think that's cool? I'll show you later what I can do with it," Typhoon smirks. "Come on, you two. Let's head on over to Sugar Cube Corner. I'm starving," Flashkick exclaims, doing a flip in the air in his boredom. "Alright, let's head out," Thunder says, as all 6 of them shoot off towards the bakery. Flashkick manages a glance of Sonic Boom's flank as she's distracted by flying. That's sonicboomflank.jpg. The 6 of them land in front of Sugar Cube Corner, and all walk inside. Mr. and Mrs. Cake are both at the counter, and turn when they hear the ponies walk in. "Oh, Sonic Boom! So nice to see everypony. How's Anon doing?" Mrs. Cake asks, walking around the counter to them. "He's doing better. How's it going here?" Sonic Boom grins proudly. "Well, we've gotten almost all of the catering done. Pinkie's been really good at making sure everything's perfect for your Cute-Ceañera." Mrs. Cake smiles. "She's been working diligently ever since your mother mentioned you got your cutie mark to her. I'm actually quite surprised. She's become more focused? Yes, I think that's the word." "Awesome! Well, we only stopped by to say hello and to check on things, so we're gonna head out, alright?" Sonic Boom says, turning to her friends. "Well, you all go on and have fun now, and leave everything to us. We'll have everything ready before you know it." Mr. Cake says, winking at the group. All right, let's head over to the pond, guys. I hear there's been some high winds over there lately. It should be fun for flying. Sonic Boom grins as the group walks out and takes off into the air. Heh, sounds like fun. Thunderstorm grins at her, before speeding off. Oh, no you don't, Typhoon Wind exclaims, shooting off after him. Haha, come on, let's go! Streaking Comet laughs, before banking to the right and flying off after the two. Wait up! Flashkick exclaims, flying off as well. Well, guess it's just you and me now. Ivy Whisper giggles a bit, before flying slowly alongside Sonic Boom. Heh, it's gonna be just you if you can't keep up! Sonic Boom exclaims, flying in a circle around Ivy, before zipping off toward the pond, Ivy following close behind. The six of them landed on the ground just on the outskirts of the pond, and even here they could feel the winds picking up. Heh, you ready for some high-speed racing? Thunder grins at Flashkick, nudging him a bit. Let's see if you can do more than just sing. You're on! He exclaims, and with that the two of them are off into the air, skimming across the pond and taking to the skies. Streaking Comet snickers at Ivy. You think you can take me on? Ivy looks back, a bit surprised at first, but smiles. I'd ask you the same question, she says, taking off before him, causing him to laugh and take off after her. It's just Sonic Boom and Typhoon now. He grins at her, and then sighs and lays down on the grass. Aren't you going to challenge me too? Sonic Boom raises an eyebrow at him. Thought you'd learn by now. I'm not always one to enjoy racing. He laughs, pulling out the board a game he'd played all those years ago, putting the pieces together. Sometimes you just gotta kick back and watch the world around you before heading off. He offers her a place next to him. I don't think we've played against each other in a while, Sonic. You want to? She thinks for a moment. Yeah, it had been a while. Heh, alright, sure. She smiles, plopping down across from him, as they put the pieces together for the game. Be around 20 minutes later. Once again, Typhoon has royally handed Sonic Boom's flank to her on a golden platter at this game. Dang, you're still beating me after all this time! She exclaims, laughing and rolling over onto her back, looking up at the sky. Typhoon smirks at her, putting the game away in his saddlebag. Well, you've not played in a while. Didn't expect you to beat me that quickly, did you? He snickers, scooting over to her. She stares up at his large mechanical wing. You know, I still regret what happened all those years ago, Sonic Boom says, poking the wing with her forehoof. If it wasn't for me getting knocked out of the sky, you'd still have your wing now and not have to worry about keeping that thing on it. It's nothing really, Typhoon says, flexing the mechanical wing a bit. Besides, could I do this with a real wing? He grins, and a second set of synthetic feathers shoots out from behind the original feathers, making his mechanical wing nearly 3/4 his entire body size. Whoa! Where'd you learn to make it do that? She exclaims, rolling back over onto her stomach and looking up at it in wonder. Heh, when you get to having something like this for long, you tend to be curious as to how it works, Typhoon says, retracting the second pair of mechanical feathers. I was looking into the designs for it, and I made some improvements that even the doctors were skeptical about, but it looks like they were pulled off without any problems. He grins at her. Pretty cool, huh? Oh yeah, definitely, she exclaims, standing up. So, want to put it to use? She grins devilishly at him. You're on. Ha! You can't catch my speed! Flashkick laughs as Thunderstorm struggles a bit to keep up with his small but quick figure in the sky. They don't call me Flash for nothing, you know. Thunderstorm grits his teeth in irritation, before surging forward, slowly gaining on the small Pegasus. Whoa, man, chill! Flashkick exclaims, darting around in the sky, before his travels take him near the edge of the pond, where Thunder finally catches up to him. Gotcha now! Thunder grins, inches away from Flashkick before he darts once again out of reach. Streaking Comet and Ivy Whisper are in quite this different situation, however. Both seem to just let the wind flow under their wings and glide up in the sky above the pond, letting the high winds guide their direction. Let's just hope we don't get sent crashing into something, huh? Comet grins at the green-colored Pegasus. Yeah, that'd be terrible, Ivy says, looking to the purple Pegasus. Who do you think would miss us? Probably our friends. Comet shrugs. But if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out with a bang! He grins. Oh my. Ivy's eyes widen a bit as they continue their calm gliding through the air. Sonic Boom grins up at Typhoon Wind as he flexes his wings out. 3 laps across the pond and back, she says. Last one to make it loses. She smirks, digging her hooves into the ground and popping her wings out. Sounds fine by me. Typhoon grins back, leaning down and spreading his wings, nearly touching hers. On the count of 3. Ready? Yeah. 3! She shouts before darting across the pond. Oh, you sly little, he growls before taking off as well. Her head starts not doing much to help her. No, you don't! Typhoon exclaims, zipping past Sonic Boom as she makes the first lap. Whoa! She gasps, getting pushed to the side a bit, as Typhoon's mechanical wing makes a large flap, pushing him even further ahead. She tries desperately to make up for precious seconds lost. She never gets fully caught up until the last lap coming back. That wing of yours won't help you now, she exclaims, pushing with all her might to push past him. It's too late. He's past the edge of the pond. He won the race. Holy fuck, she can't stop in time! She ends up crashing into him and tumbling across the grass, knocking him to the ground, to where he's laying under her, and she's standing on top, over him. Blush suddenly appears on both of their faces. Insta-wing boner from Sonic Boom. Typhoon's real wing shoots out, and his mechanical one follows after a few seconds. They both stare into each other's eyes for what seems like ages. Finally, their staring is interrupted by Comet. Look at those two, he says, flying low alongside Ivy, gliding lazily along the water's edge. Oh my, it seems that Sonic Boom is finally acting on her instincts, Ivy giggles, before the two of them continue their leisurely fly around the lake. Sonic Boom gasps, her face beet red, as she flies up off him and into the air. Typhoon stands up awkwardly, before looking up at her. I gotta go, I think I hear my dad calling for me, Sonic Boom exclaims before quickly speeding off towards home. Typhoon watches as she flies off, before turning to look at his mechanical wing. Don't fail me now, he says before launching himself into the air and going after her. If what Ivy had said was true, then just then she'd... Typhoon, wait up! Flashkick exclaims, watching as the larger stallion continued disappearing into the distance. The other three looked over, seeing and hearing the wind rush as Typhoon vanished from sight. Where's he going? Thunder asks, landing on the ground. Not sure. Think he's following Sonic Boom, Flashkick says, looking up at the Pegasus. Probably best to leave him then, Thunder says, shooting Flashkick a grin, before catching him in the headlock, giving the short Pegasus a noogie with his hoof. Besides, I gotta get you back for earlier, he laughs. Meanwhile, to Anon. You and Rainbow have thought about what you'll do while your daughter is out with her friends. Walk or fly through town? Have a race, maybe? Fuck that shit. You crash on the couch and watch movies and drink, just like before. Fuck, it's been so long. You wonder how much longer the couch will last with the two of you. The three of you have been through so much together. So much has happened on this couch. You swear if this couch was sentient, it'd be right up there with Rainbow. Suddenly, a frantic knocking sound at the door, as Sonic Boom quickly speeds inside. Mom, I think Typhoon knows, she exclaims, closing the door behind her. What? What's the matter with that? It's the truth after all, right? Rainbow turns to look at her daughter. Yes, but I don't want him to know, she exclaims, quickly flying up to Rainbow. If he knows, then word gets out. If word gets out that I like him, it'll make things completely awkward between our friends. You raise an eyebrow at her. You sure? I don't remember that happening with us, do you, Rainbow? She shakes her head at you. Nope, but it's been a few years. Maybe things have changed since then? You shrug. You shouldn't worry about that kind of stuff, Sonic Boom. You've got the entire rest of your life ahead of you. You should spend your youth having fun. She sighs. You don't get it, Dad. Typhoon is different from other ponies. He's got a missing wing. That's like you having a missing arm or something. Or hand, for that matter. And then it gets replaced by a mechanical one, she says. Holy fuck, that would be fucking awesome. That's a lot more awesome than I think you realize. Sonic Boom groans before floating over to her room, closing and locking the door. If he comes by, tell him I'm not feeling well, she says from behind the door. Rainbow grins and then turns to face you. Things may not have changed a whole lot, she says, winking slyly. What do you mean? I used to do the same thing years ago, she says. Usually I'd not come out for hours, and just sit there and think to myself. Maybe watch some TV or something, as long as I had some alone time. You shrug. Guess she'll come around soon, then? Oh yeah, definitely. She just needs to get her thoughts together. Rainbow smiles at you. Don't worry, all mares go through it. Never had to deal with this kind of stuff back on Earth. No fucks to give, Equestria's your home now. Alright, I'm gonna trust you on this one since you seem to know a lot about it. You grin, laying back onto the couch and putting your hands behind your head, closing your eyes. Rainbow takes this opportunity to slip around to where she's hovering over you, before locking her lips to yours in a surprise kiss. You both laugh lightly during the kiss, her exciting attitude never leaving her after all the times you two have had together. Anon, she mutters, slowly breaking away from the kiss as you both look into each other's eyes. How long do humans live? Silence falls between you two. Whoa, where'd this come from? Well, my granddad lived for 89 years, but he was... well, not right in the head, really. Fuck, you think? The man was a complete pyromaniac. Also the best fucking spaghetti cook known to mankind. She nods, looking a bit distant. Hey, something wrong? Huh? Her ears poke up at attention. Oh, nothing. She smiles at you before placing her forehead against you. I just wanted to have an idea of how much time we'll have together, she says, hugging you tightly with her forehooves, placing small kisses on your neck. You look down at her rainbow-colored mane, her cyan fur, and you hug back just as tight. You know, if there's something that's bothering you, you can always tell me. You hear her breathe heavily before pulling her head away. It's nothing, really. It isn't, she says, placing a kiss on your forehead. You swear you saw a tear forming at her eye before she did. I'm gonna head out for a bit, alright? Don't wait for me. I'm not sure I'll be back in time to eat. Have Sonic Boom eat dinner before she goes to sleep, she says, slowly and reluctantly leaving your embrace, before heading out of the house. Rainbow Dad? Too late. She's already gone by the time you get to the door. You sit on the couch for what you believe is around 20 minutes before Sonic Boom comes out of her room. Hey, Dad. Where'd Mom go? I need to talk to her about something, she says. Her eyes are a bit puffy. It's pretty apparent she's been crying. She's gone out for a bit. Come on, why don't you sit here and tell me what's going on? She nods, hovering over and sitting down next to you. You have to promise that nothing ever leaves this couch, alright? She says, looking up at you. Not to worry. This couch has a knack for that kind of thing. Now tell Dad what's been bothering you. She takes a deep breath. Alright, so you know how I have a crush on Typhoon, right? Well, today we were having a race and he won and I crashed into him, and he was lying down below me, and it got really awkward because we both looked at each other and I think he might like me back. She closes her eyes tightly after saying that. You take a moment to make sure you collected all of that right. She spoke so quickly and so energetically that you had trouble following at first. So you have a crush on him, and you think he likes you back? She nods slowly. Uh-huh. Well, then what's stopping you? It's just that it'll be awkward to my friends if that happened. If Typhoon and I started, you know. Has your mom ever told you the story of what happened to us? Well, bits and pieces I've heard. I've sort of put together, but not much more than that, she says, looking up at you again. Did she happen to mention that our first kiss was in the middle of a party during my second year of being here? No. She always told me it was at a romantic bridge on the edge of Ponyville. She eyes you. Fuck. Well, there goes that story. Not quite. See, she was in a similar situation to what you're in now. You have someone you like, but they haven't decided whether or not they want to be with you. In your mom's case, it was because she was my bro, and bros didn't usually do that sort of thing. Bro? You and Mom had strange ways of calling each other friends. She chuckles a bit, rubbing her eye with one hoof. Beside the point, your mom and I were still really good friends. We'd do just about everything together. Watch movies, race. Don't forget drink. Mom's told me plenty of stories of when you've had too many. Sonic Boom snickers at you. Alright, yeah, there's a few stories. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you shouldn't worry about your potentially being with Typhoon getting in the way of your relationship with your other friends. It's a natural part of life, after all. Yeah, I guess you're right, she says softly, a smile slowly returning. Come on, I'm sure you'll feel better after eating something, you say, ruffling her hair before standing up, walking into the kitchen with Sonic Boom following close behind. I'll make some of that spaghetti you like. Sounds awesome, she exclaims, her excited demeanor returning as she hears those words. That night, you and Sonic Boom ate the greatest pot of spaghetti you've had in years. You know for a fact that she went to sleep that night with a smile on her face. You, on the other hand, couldn't fall asleep. You're too busy thinking about what Rainbow had asked you about earlier. Was there some reason she asked you about that? Maybe she was just curious? No. If she was curious, she would have tried a different approach, and probably asked a long time ago. Rainbow? She stirs a bit, before turning over to look you in the eyes. What? She asks you. She came in late that night, after Sonic Boom had gone to sleep. She immediately went to bed without eating. Yep, something was definitely up. What was that about earlier? Asking me about how long humans live. She rubs her eye a bit. I dunno. I was just wondering, that's all, she says, rolling back over. Now go back to sleep, she mutters, sighing as she closes her eyes again. I know you, Rainbow. You wouldn't ask something if you didn't have a reason. She sighs. All right, I'll tell you. Okay, so humans live for around 90 or so years, right? She asks, turning to look at you. Yeah, at least back in my old world they did. Well, Pegasi, she mutters, turning her head away a bit. We don't usually live quite that long, Anon. Usually we live around 40 to 50 years, with only a few living much further past 60. The pang through your heart could never have been more painful. She just told you that you're going to outlive her, and probably by 30 or 40 years. That long without your bro? Fuck, you'd sooner just off yourself on your own. Why didn't you tell me sooner, Rainbow? You hug her tightly to you as the magnitude of what she has told you starts to sink in. I didn't want you to worry about it, Anon, she mutters, nuzzling her muzzle into your neck. I wanted you to focus more on the present, instead of what's eventually going to come, she says, placing small kisses on the muscle adjoining your neck and shoulder. You bury your face into her mane, feeling the tears starting to trail down your cheeks, as you hold her tightly in your arms, not wanting to let go, even as sleep took you both that night. 2 weeks later, Sonic Boom's Cute-Ceañera is today. It must be a big deal for ponies. It looks like the whole damn town's going to show up. She's been full of energy all day, waiting for the three of you to head over to Sugar Cube Corner and join the party. She's tugging on your arm the entire way, trying to make you go faster. Come on, Dad! Come on, Dad! By the time we get there, there's not going to be any party to go to at this rate! She exclaims. You laugh and grin. You want to race, then? She looks up at you and grins back. All three of us? You're on! You smirk and take off running. Rainbow Dash and Sonic Boom following close behind and catching up fast. Damn, if it weren't for your longer legs, you'd never be able to compete against these two. Rainbow's the first one to pass you, shooting off and into Sugar Cube Corner. Sonic Boom eventually flies past you, sticking her tongue out at you as she flies, right into the wall next to the door. You feel bad, but you can't help stifling a laugh. She gets up, rubbing her head and her eyes derping around for a bit before returning to normal. Ow. You smile, rubbing her head before both of you head inside. You're here! You hear a female's voice exclaim. Yep, definitely Pinkie Pie. She bounces over to the three of you, pulling all of you into a tight hug with her stretchy forehooves. Fuck physics. I've had so much fun planning this! You have no idea! She exclaims, letting the three of you go. Aw, thanks a bunch, Miss Pinkie! Sonic Boom exclaims, giving her another hug before flying off into the crowd. You hear various congratulations from ponies in the crowd. There's a makeshift stage up on the corner, with a microphone stand. You wonder if there's going to be an announcement or entertainer or what. Pinkie and Rainbow have gone off somewhere to chat, so that leaves you alone to mingle with various guests in the party. Looks like everyone's here. Rarity, Sonic Boom's friends, Twilight, and... oh fuck. Fluttershy and Applejack. Applejack's eyes dart away as soon as she notices you looking at the two of them. Fluttershy squeaks before doing the same. Will you survive? You hear a bumping noise from the microphone, followed by some muttering over it. Hey, everypony! You hear the voice announce over all the conversations going on. They all turn to the stage. Flashkick's adjusting the microphone to his height. You're surprised he can even reach up that high while still staying balanced on his hind legs. You feel kind of bad for laughing at that, but you check your fuck reserves for any more fucks you can give. Nope.avi. He finally gets it adjusted to his height. The lights dim, and a few spotlights are turned on, facing the stage. Flashkick clears his throat before speaking into the microphone. Hey, this song here is congratulations for Sonic Boom and her getting her cutie mark. I sort of came up with it last minute, so... he says, going backstage a bit and fixing up a few things. Suddenly, guitars. Guitars everywhere. Hope you like it, he exclaims, running over to the mic and beginning to sing. When it's cold, it comes slow. Fuck, that kid got into your Genesis albums. How the fuck did he find those? You had those hidden away under your bed. When did he... oh, that sly little fucker. It was at the slumber party all those years ago. That's when the album went missing. He's continuing to sing the song. Hey, he's pretty good at this. He's not nearly as good as Peter Gabe, but he's still doing good. The song finishes and everyone in the crowd is cheering for more. Heh, you like that? Well, you're gonna love this. He smirks, walking backstage once again. You hear a few clicks, and then guitars once again. Holy fuck, it's Kiss. Well, the night's begun, and you want some fun, he begins. Fuck yeah, one of your favorite songs on that album. You remember him asking you what kind of music humans listened to a few years back. You gave him that album. It looks like it's going over well with the crowd. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud, he yells, turning the mic to face the crowd. They respond back with the same chant. Fuck yeah.jpg. The song finishes, and the crowd in the party is going absolutely wild, cheering for the young stallion. He smirks and walks off the stage before immediately being pounced on by the first mares to get a hold of him. Sonic Boom is clapping her hooves together, floating above the crowd with the other Pegasi. Flashkick manages to pull himself out of the horde of mares, his hair and jacket disheveled, and various lip marks across his face. His shades shifted down on one side while the other piece hangs on his forehead. He has a look of complete surprise before flying over to his friends. That was awesome! Sonic Boom exclaims, grinning before placing a kiss on Flash Kick's cheek, causing his wings to stiffen and fall to the ground, into the crowd once again. You chuckle a bit at the sight. He's got a cool exterior, but you can tell he's got those feels on the inside. The party goes on as usual. You try the punch. Holy fuck, that stuff is good. You look around for Rainbow. She's nowhere to be found. You wonder where she and Pinkie went off to. Hopefully she shows up before the party ends, or you may have to deal with the 2 rapist ponies. Again. Sonic Boom flies down to you. "Wasn't that awesome? I had no idea you let him borrow your old albums," she exclaims. "I didn't. But I suppose he made up for it by singing them well." "Yeah, sorry about that." You hear Flash Kick squirm his way out of the crowd once again and shuffle over to you. "I saw the one album back during the sleepover all those years ago, and I was curious as to what it was. I guess it worked out after all. I got my cutie mark from it." He grins up at you. "Yeah, I guess it does. Just ask me next time before you go stealing one of my albums again." You smirk down at him, holding a fist up. He bro-hoofs you, once again reinforcing the circle of broness between the 2 of you. Everyone returns to the party, and it looks like a few ponies are setting up something on the stage. Fuck yeah, it looks like some sort of DJ setup. You walk over to look at the stage. You were pretty good at computers when you were on Earth, but even this is completely beyond you. A pony walks up onto the stage and to the microphone. "Hello, everypony! Let's give another round of applause for Flash Kick and his performance," she exclaims, as the ground shakes from ponies stamping their hooves against it in applause. "And now, we have a special treat! Give it up for DJ Iron Skies!" she exclaims, pumping a hoof into the air as the Pegasus descended rather dramatically into the DJ setup. He's wearing a black metal outfit, and both of his wings have been painted black. Even the metal one? Holy fuck, that's Typhoon Wind. When did he get that get-up? You swear you saw him in the crowd just a few minutes ago. He's wearing a black mask, and it kind of Fuck. It's Zero from Code Geass. One of your friends back on Earth used to barrage you with comments about that damn show. You never watched it yourself, but he talked about it enough for you to be able to give entire synopsis of the show without even thinking about it. He pushes a few buttons on the setup before speaking. "Is everybody ready to drop the bass?" Holy fuck, his voice is modulated, and sure enough, the bass was dropped the second he said it. So much fucking bass. You can feel it vibrate through your entire body. Typhoon spins around and flexes his mechanical wing, letting the feathers press random buttons and cause different electronic effects. And all of the ponies are dancing to the music. You find yourself dancing as well. Damn, that stallion's really good at DJing, even if his cutie mark is a tornado. The party goes on with Typhoon continuing to lay down the beats. It's starting to slowly wind down now, and Typhoon finishes his set. A Pegasus walks up onto the stage, taking the microphone and hoof. His coat is a dark olive green, with a teal mane and bluish streaks going through it. His eyes are a yellowish-orange color.
"Let's hear it for DJ Iron Skies!"
he exclaims, pumping the hoof with the microphone into the air, as everyone cheers. Typhoon stands and extends his wings before a mechanism behind the setup activates, shooting smoke onto the stage and giving Typhoon the chance to leave unseen, get out of the outfit, and slide back into the crowd unnoticed. Clever pony. The olive Pegasus floats up into the air to escape the smoke.
"Such a mysterious pony, isn't he?"
he mutters into the microphone. The crowd laughs lightly as it slowly disperses back into the party, and the lights come back on. You walk over to Typhoon and he looks up at you. Fucking bro hoof of the ages. The Pegasus from earlier swoops down, setting the microphone back onto the stand before flying to you and Typhoon.
"Gotta say, I was thoroughly impressed, Iron Skies."
He grins.
"You really came through in the end."
Typhoon rubs the back of his head with his hoof. That was nothing." The dark-colored Pegasus laughs.
"Well, regardless, it was very entertaining. I'll have to talk with you sometime later about future performances. How does that sound?"
Typhoon's eyes widen in surprise. Really? Whoa, thanks a lot, he exclaims, holding out a hoof to the olive Pegasus. I'm sorry, what was your name again? The Pegasus grins.
"Call me Thunderclap, a manager from Equestrian Records."
Typhoon's jaw nearly drops. Thunderclap? Like the Thunderclap?
"The one and only."
The olive Pegasus chuckles a bit.
"I assume you've heard of me then."
Have I? You're like one of the biggest names in the industry, Typhoon exclaims. You look at the olive Pegasus. You're from a record company?
"Yes, that's right."
He looks up at you.
Equestrian Records is a company dedicated to getting musical talent out into the world for everyone to enjoy. And the 2 that just performed for this crowd? Gotta say, they've got some talent.
He exclaims, turning back to look at Typhoon.
"How would you like to be sponsored by Equestrian Records, kid?"
The olive Pegasus grins, holding out a hoof.
"You'll be rolling with the big shots."
Typhoon looks as if he'd been told he won the lottery or something. I don't know what to say, but... He turns to you. What do you think I should do? You laugh. Do whatever you think is best, Typhoon. It's your life, after all. He nods and thinks hard for a moment. Could I give you my answer in a few days, Mr. Thunderclap? This is a big decision and I don't want to push it. Thunderclap smiles and nods.
Take your time, kid. I'm a pretty patient guy, so you can take a few days to think about it,
he says, walking off. Typhoon breathes a heavy sigh and looks up to you. Oh man, where's Sonic Boom and the others? I'm sure they'll love hearing this, he exclaims, his face beaming. You think for a moment. Where did they go off to? You look around, and Sonic Boom is nowhere to be found. You start to panic a bit. Where could she have gone off to? You start asking the ponies you've come across. They've not seen her either since the music stopped. You finally come across Ivy Whisper. You quickly ask her if she's seen Sonic Boom. Oh, sorry, Anon. The last time I remember seeing her, she was trotting outside with Flash Kick. She said that she needed a break from all the bass going on, Ivy says, looking up at you. What's the matter? Oh, damn, if he lays one hoof on your daughter. Did they say where they were going? She says that she was going to the pond where we were flying a few weeks back. It'd give her a chance to rest from all the noise of the party, she says. That doesn't sound like Sonic Boom to you. Typhoon comes up to you. Did you find anything? He asks. You quickly inform him of the situation. His eyes widen. I'll go. I'm much faster and I'll reach the pond before you do. I'll check to see if anything's going on, he says, and he quickly flies off toward the pond. What a bro. Whoa, that was just too awesome! Sonic Boom exclaims, plopping down on the edge of the pond. Yeah, glad you liked mine and the DJ's performances. Flashkick grins, lying back with his hooves behind his head. Of course we both know it was Typhoon. Who else do we know with the mechanical wing, huh? She laughs. Nobody, I guess. Flashkick looks over at her. You know, there's another song I didn't sing in there, at the stage, he says. What? What might that be? She asks, turning to look back at him. Well, it's a bit more personal, he says, standing up. Would you like to hear it? Oh my gosh, yes! She exclaims, turning her entire body to face him. He nods and closes his eyes before singing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Fucking Van Halen's song performed in the most soothing voice ever. He continues, still keeping his eyes hidden behind his shades. Near the end of the song, he tilts his shades down, so they both stare into each other's eyes. You really got me. You really got me. He mutters, their faces drifting closer and closer. Sonic Boom's completely enraptured into the song. She almost instinctively leans forward, and their faces meet in a kiss, just as Typhoon Wind arrives to see it all play out before his eyes. Typhoon's jaw drops at the sight. His eyes are wide, the scene forever burned into his mind. He tries pulling himself together. Heh, Flashkick's kissing the mare he's had his eye on for years. No fucking way is he going to pull himself together. He lets out a roar of anguish, causing the two to break the kiss and look to the source of the noise. He takes off, flying faster than either of them had ever seen before, watching him with wide eyes of shock as they watch him disappear into the distance. Sonic Boom turns to the stallion next to her. I should probably go, she says, lifting off the ground. Yeah, I probably should head home too, Flashkick says, lifting off the ground and flying off towards Cloudsdale, while Sonic Boom flies back to the party. Just keep flying, keep flying! Typhoon grits his teeth in anger as he darts through the now night sky. How long have I been going? He mutters to himself. 20 minutes? He's definitely outside the borders of Ponyville. The terrain is starting to turn more mountainous. Fuck. This isn't pony territory anymore. It's Griffin. He lands reluctantly to catch his breath and relax his wings. It doesn't look like anyone's here. Well, well, look who's back. It's the egghead from all those years ago. How's that wing of yours? A gritty female voice comes from the shadow of under a rock. Damn. He knows that voice all too well. The figure walks out of the shadows. It's a large, female griffin. She looks just like she did all those years ago, save for her eyes looking more fierce and intimidating than ever. You shouldn't have come here, Pegasus, she growls. End.